Hi everyone, Noreen here with Dennis as our cameraman from Cruising with the Ryans. Today we're on the Rhapsody of the Seas and we're in the Shall We Dance Lounge with our cruise director, Mickey. And I'm so excited to have you to talk to today for our YouTube channel.
Thank you
Thanks for
so
being
much.
here.
No, thank you. Thank you for letting me be part of this very nice moment. I know that you've been traveling around, and just recently we have our pinnacle top tier event, and it was just wonderful to see you guys here. And of course, I'm very honored that you asked me to do this. This is
Oh
wonderful.
no,
It's very
no.
nice. So thank you so much for that.
Well, we like to do this on different ships because we get to meet all the cruise directors and we get to find out a little bit about their backgrounds. So why don't you tell us a little bit about, first off, where did you grow up? Where are you from? And then we'll take it from there.
Okay, perfect. Well, I was born in Peru, and I'm still living in Peru. And these days, well, I did all my studies in Peru as well. I went to school for tourism, business, and administration, and besides that, I also took courses to become an English teacher.
All right.
So, which I didn't finish at the moment because I took
That's
this
okay.
job when I was 22. But then during the pandemic, I finished it. So now I'm
Very good.
certified.
Certified teacher.
And pretty much, yeah. And then I decided to join Royal Caribbean as they were doing all these interviews when I was in my last semester in school.
Uh-huh.
And then I took the job. I came on and I said to my mom, I was just gonna have like maybe one or two contracts, save a little money,
Yeah.
and do a little bit of other businesses and stuff. But then one contract, two contracts, 2 years, 3 years, and now it's almost 17 years.
That's amazing.
And I went through different positions.
What jobs did you start with?
My first job, I was a pool attendant. So if you
So,
are
what did you
cruising,
do? Yeah.
if you are cruising, I will tell you, please return your towels on time.
Or you will get charged.
Not just that, it's because I
Because-
remember that back in the day, I used to be in charge of the towels and had to count them all and
Oh my
imagine
gosh,
how
yeah.
many towels we have on board. So that
Oh
was
my
my very
goodness.
first job. Keeping clean
towel
the
counter.
areas. Yeah, I was a towel counter. I was making sure that everything, all the areas around the pool, they were clean and nice and tidy,
Uh-huh.
and washing the deck as well and all that kind of stuff. I did that 2 contracts.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah.
that's what? A contract is what? 6 months, 8 months?
That was 8 months in the time.
Okay,
In
so that
2008
was-
and 9, yes.
Over a year.
hmm
And so if it rained, you had to clean up the water on the
All
pool deck.
that,
Oh
you
my
know, the hot
goodness, yeah.
tubs, washing, sanitizing, cleaning, and all that kind of stuff. So I did that for 2 years.
Oh my goodness.
And then I applied for the cruise staff, which is now entertainment activity staff position.
Right.
I did that for like around 6 years. That was beautiful and enjoyed
Yeah.
my time
What
being
jobs
staff.
did you have doing that on
Well,
the activities?
we were hosting the events, the trivias,
Oh, did
doing
you
all the line
bingo?
dances. I was the bingo host.
Oh,
I was
boy,
Mucho
yeah.
Money Mickey.
Mucho Money Mickey. I remember
was
that.
my
I
name.
remember
I was
that,
Mucho Money
yeah.
Mickey back in the day as a bingo host. I did that, and then I became activities manager for like 5 years, and now you're cruise director for almost 3.
That's
There you go.
amazing. Congratulations on that progress. I mean,
Thank you so
it
much.
goes to show that you can start out at one job and turn it into a career. Obviously, almost 17 years. That's
Correct.
really wonderful. So, next thing I'm wondering about is what ships were you on?
Okay.
People like to know what different ships people worked on because
Oh.
they can identify with that. Like, oh, you worked on that ship. I was on there. Maybe I remember you from that.
Okay, so in 2008, in my very first job, my very first ship was Explorer of the Seas,
Ah.
which turns to be one of my favorites until now because I love the shows. Very beautiful, kind of 80s music. Fast Forward, if you've been there,
Oh, yes.
you know the Fast Forward is a great show with live music, great dancing and singing. And I did that one. Then I did the takeout of Oasis.
We did too.
The very first
We did too.
weeks I
We
was
were
there
on
for
there, yeah.
40 days, and I finished my contract there, and then they sent me to Liberty. I did Liberty for a couple of years. I did Freedom for a couple of years. I did close Splendor. Remember that we
Oh,
gave a Splendor to
yes.
Pullman Tour. So I
Right.
was the very last activities manager on Splendor. So my sign was somewhere around. And we did that. I did Vision for a couple of years. Brilliance, Jewel, Navigator, and now I did Serenade, this ship right now, Rhapsody, and I'm pretty much rotating in these areas.
Yeah.
Do you remember that once we brought back Empress of the
Yes.
Seas
We
to go to
went.
Cuba?
We went on the
And
Empress to
Majesty,
Cuba.
Empress and Majesty were doing that run to Cuba,
Right.
and I did those two.
Oh, so we were on the Empress right before they had to stop going to
Mhm.
Cuba. And we were actually on there, and the hotel director was our friend John Denton.
Oh, okay,
Because we
yes.
knew him from the Enchantment. And we were walking around, and we ran into, of all people, Adam Goldstein, who was the president at the time. And he was on that cruise with a bunch of his fraternity brothers. And 2 or 3 weeks later,
Close.
closed, done, gone.
But at
So
least you
we
got
were
to
so
see that.
excited.
Oh.
When they ask us what cruises we liked and what ports we liked, we always say one of them was always Havana because it was so difficult to go there. So many years you couldn't.
Yeah.
And then there was that little amount of time when they allowed us to go, and we were so happy to do that. And the Empress was an amazing little ship.
It was,
she
it
was
was
so
really pretty.
I mean, they brought her back. They
Mhm.
gave her what, to Pullman Tour,
Mhm.
and then brought her back to be able to go to Cuba. And that was an amazing cruise.
I was lucky to get to know that ship because it was a classic, and
Oh,
everybody. I remember in the top tier events, our guests used to bring Nordic Empress
Right.
keychains and stuff
Right,
like that. That was
right,
just even the
memorabilia.
compass. The compass back in the day was just half a page.
Yes, yeah.
Now it's compass
They were
is
tiny,
like
yeah. Multiples, and now it's online.
And
It's
now it's
on your
online,
app.
and you do everything in the palm of your hand and your phone. That's it.
It's a wonderful thing.
It is wonderful.
Progress is wonderful.
It is.
So, how long is this contract that you're on right now?
I'm gonna be here for 4 months. I just came back, so I'm
Okay,
leaving
so-
at the end, well, mid January, by January 19th, and I'll
Uh-huh.
be here for the Christmas season, New Year's,
Oh, that's nice.
all
yeah.
the high seasons,
Yeah, but-
Halloween and Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas, New
Yeah,
Year's, all the
all the holidays.
all the
Oh,
holidays.
well, that's
yeah.
good. You'll take care of everybody during
Exactly.
all the holidays. That's great. And then, will you be likely to come back to the ship, or you don't know at this point? Do you
Well,
know?
we get the schedules like at the beginning or at the end of the year, and then we know where we're gonna be going for the year. At least
Yeah,
two
yeah.
contracts in advance. So this is my second contract this year here. Next year, we really don't know. They brought me when we were doing runs in Panama and Cartagena in
Uh-huh.
Colombia.
Yeah.
So we know that Serenade is gonna be doing that run now.
Right.
I might end up in Serenade.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
never know.
Maybe.
Yeah. It'll be a surprise.
It will
right?
be a
But
surprise.
In the meantime, you love what you're doing. Do you have any ideas that you would do something else after this, like go back to teaching, or do you think you're in this for the longer term?
Well, I just turned 40. Just so
Oh.
you know, I
Oh my
just turned
goodness.
40.
You're
and
a young one.
And I have
Compared to us.
I have lots of colleagues that have been in the company for way longer than me. Maybe they're in their 60s or something like that, and they still loving it. I think that we should stop doing things whenever you don't feel comfortable
That's right.
anymore, and
Do it
then
as
do
long as you
something
want.
else. Exactly. From now, I'm just loving it. I'm happy that you guys are coming on board. Our guests are happy, having a good time. I never get to experience this, so this is
No,
beautiful
so
to do
this
an
is
interview
wonderful. We really
for
appreciate
your channel.
that, yeah.
And of course, yeah, I'll keep doing it. But something that has always been in my mind is like, I love working out. So I would love to have some sort of business related to that.
Some kind
Nutrition.
of like personal trainer,
Exactly.
nutrition. Now, with all the activities that go on board the ship, we have not experienced. We're just on the ship for 2 days now, so we have not gone to a lot of the activities, like the dance parties and things like that. Do you get real involved in that?
I
do.
do.
You have some I think you have demonstrated that you have a little bit of rhythm in you and do some of that. So when you have like the 70s party, what do you do in the 70s party?
Because I'm just finishing the closing a show. Like for example, 70s is tonight.
Yes.
right? So I'm closing the show in the theater, and I have this much time just to
Yeah,
change.
to change.
But the party's already starting.
Right.
So Orlando, my activities manager, he starts the event, and then I go in the part of the macho man.
Oh, you're the macho man.
So
of
I do the
course,
macho
yeah.
man part, and do all the jumping and dancing
YMCA
and
and all that.
all
yeah.
that.
We do a little YMCA,
Yeah.
right?
So there you go. That's what we do.
We'll have
That's what
to-
I do in the 70s. Yes, I do dance.
Yeah.
I am a certified teacher also doing
Oh,
that
okay.
because before coming on ships, I was doing Zumba and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes, I can dance.
All
Wait to the
right.
flag parade. You'll see me
Oh,
shaking my little
okay.
tush.
Yeah. We might have to put a little video snips in.
You will see me dancing for sure.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Well, I know you have a million things to do today on board, and we're in St. Thomas today, so you might even have to go out and do something out there. But I have one other question.
Yes.
Do you have in your head the number of people that you're responsible for on the ship?
68.
Wow. So that's all what the singers.
Singers, dancers,
Dancers.
Adventure Ocean team, the entertainment activity staff, sports staff, the technical
Musicians.
team, musicians. Yeah, so
So
that
that's a
makes
lot of
68.
people. Yeah, for sure.
We have 4 bands. We have the technical team from broadcast, the ones that work backstage.
Right, right.
And
The lighting and
the
all the
lighting and all
audio
that kind of
people,
stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, all my
That's a-
children, and I love them all.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Well, they do a great job. We were at the show last night, the Ballroom Fever. Is
Oof,
that the right
oof,
name?
yes.
Yeah. And that was a fabulous
It's
show.
fire. That's
We
fire.
love the singers and dancers. That's some of our favorite parts of cruising, the entertainment. And it's a big job
It is
to
a
make
big
sure
job.
everybody stays in line. And do you ever get involved hiring any of the people, or does someone else do that?
No, the hiring partners are coming from different countries, and then nowadays you can apply actually straight to the
Online?
website from Royal Caribbean. So
Oh, that's
then
great.
we just get to see the new royals coming in. But lately it's a big bunch, because now we're launching so many ships.
New ships, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been
Get
on
ready.
some of them already, so and we're going to be on the Stars. So
Oh,
we're
nice.
excited about that. We were just on Utopia, we were on Icon for the inaugurals, and it's great to see the new and different venues on the ship, new restaurants, new bars, new activities, new spaces. There's a lot going on. So I really appreciate your time today. And I just want one thing, if you would just tell our viewers that they should hit subscribe to Cruising with the Ryans.
Subscribe, everybody. You're gonna get to see a bunch of videos with information and stuff that are actually very valuable for everybody. If you're into cruising, or if you're learning how to start cruising, please make sure that you subscribe to Cruising with the Ryans.
Thank you so much, Mickey.
No, thank you.
It was great.
Remember, smooth sailing and have great vacation.
Thank you.